Aries, Taurus, to your mid-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Okay, guys, a couple of days and then it's Christmas. I've been busy out there doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Hope you guys have been doing the same. Okay. Bringing in the Yule tides. Let's see. Best message for the beautiful Aries, Taurus. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful holiday season. If you guys are looking for a personal reading, all the information is in the description area under this video and every video. Okay, let's see. And I will be doing the New Year's forecast for 2026 pretty soon, guys, okay? These are always big readings, so they take a little bit longer to get out. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, starting at ground zero kind of reminds me of the Aries reading, kind of starting at ground zero. Somebody is starting at ground zero, or you could feel like you're starting at ground zero. There's this new beginning, this new fresh understanding, this new fresh area within your life when it comes to dealing with somebody. It's kind of the same. It reminds me of the Aries reading. If you know that's what happened, you guys can also watch the Aries reading as well. But so far right over here, it just feels like somebody needs some more self-care. It does feel like you are in this kind of place of conflict when it comes to how you're going to patiently plan with this person. How are we going to get together at this time? I know you guys have been dealing with someone who's irrational most of the time, and they, seem to want to spill their negativity all over the place. Let's just put it that way. And that just feels like the way it is. And it just feels like they always are pushing back on you when it feels like, hey, you know what? I've been trying to rein you in for a long time. You keep jumping out of this box and just completely irrational for the majority of you. Okay, whether it's a love, a friend, whoever it is. And it just feels like right now, it feels like they want to come back and kind of work on this with you. But it just feels like a lot of the decisions that they're making is very burdensome. Okay, so it's kind of, I'm not sure, right? I just feel like for a lot of you, it's used a lot of inner strength. You're not sure how to, even respond to the message that they're bringing through. Because it does feel like they are trying to bring through this message of, I want to work things out. I don't want this problem with you anymore. I want you to trust me. I want this relationship to start at ground zero. Okay, but it just feels like it's very impulsive. Guys, could be dealing with a fire sign. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Could be a Leo. Could be anybody. It could be a water sign. But it just feels like they're looking for their own happiness when it comes to the situation. But you have to ask yourself over here, Aries, Taurus, are they doing it for their own happiness or the happiness of both of you together intertwined? Because if it's only one-sided and they're only looking for their own happiness, then where are you going to stand? Because it just feels like you're not standing in the middle over here. It's like you're standing behind your own barrier still. Because for a lot of you, I know, because I've been seeing this reading, you have drawn the line in the sand and you're still standing on your side, but you're not letting them cross. But they want to cross over and resolve this predicament with you, resolve this with some kind of emotional closure. But they want to make it this emotional closure because they want to show you this happiness at this time. So they're really holding close to you at this time when it comes to this situation, trying to keep this commitment from being as toxic as it has been. They're saying, I don't want any more toxicity. I want the happiness. I want the, what do we have here? I want the happiness, but you're saying you're not sure if you have the hope. They're not hopeful though either. They're not as hopeful as they want to be. Deep down inside, they feel pressured. They know what they want, but they're not sure that they're actually going to get this. So there is still this feeling of this hidden layer of unsurety. I do feel like they've taken advantage of a lot of things within this situation, in this relationship, taking advantage of you, of your kindness, of your happiness, of your love, of your understanding, everything. But it just feels like right now they just want to be satisfied and knowing that they can release and resolve this issue with you and build this happiness. They want the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. And they're saying, come on, Aries, Taurus, let's have this together. Whoa, I don't know, guys. The dynamics of this seem more like a negotiation than actually of a true, pure love situation. So you have to ask yourself, is this them negotiating or is this actual real? It almost feels like somebody who's got substance abuse, drinking problems, something like that. And as soon as I'm not drinking or I'm not high or whatever the situation is, I want to come back and fix this. But is it only because of the complications that it causes when you're not in your right mind or you're on your medication or whatever it is? It just feels like there's something that has to do with drinking or being medicated, something of that nature, where it's like, it's great and all, but as soon as you are not on your medication, you're not high, you're not out doing things or drinking or doing whatever to be toxic, you're not even the same person. So I have this kind of like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde feeling coming from this person. So you're not sure how to feel, but for a lot of you already know them enough to know how to deal with this situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Actually, you know what, guys? I want to use these little cards over here. We haven't used them in a little while. Definitely wanting to resolve and clear up some situations. They may have even gotten you into a lot of debt. I see a lot of cards over here that have to do with money. So you might even feel like, you know what, they might need you financially, but it does feel like they may have also gotten you into debt a lot by supporting their habits, their needs, their lifestyles. For some of you, this is about leaving and then returning. Leaving and then returning. They left, now they're returning back towards you because they were lonely and now they want to travel. It's all about traveling. Yeah, it's all about coming back. And this, you know, it's all about traveling back to you for this new beginning with you. Having this news and information. It could be just family member. It could be love, whoever it is. It feels more like love at this time. I'm keeping it in the love area. If you know it's not love, that's fine. It's a family member or a friend or whoever. It doesn't matter. Put it where it needs to be. But it does feel like there is a change. But you do feel like there's like a change in the contract. And that's interesting because this is a card of change in contract. And you have it sitting next to the Hierophant, which is a contract. So it does feel like you've already changed your contract. You've already kind of excluded them out of your life. So for to have them to come back is kind of useless for some of you and most of you because you feel that this is nothing but haphazard. You feel like, and that's sitting right on top of the devil. That's crazy, guys. Yeah, and you have the Mother over here who's saying, you know, I have my strengths. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. And the Pope sitting on top of the Hierophant, which is the Pope. So you're saying, I've already got my commitments to myself. I've already got my new friendships. Some of you've already got new love, 10 of Cups. Some of you are saying, I can't go back towards you. I'm not doing this. This is too complicated, but I've already found new intimate matters. I've already found, you know, what it is I need to make myself happy. I'm already driven towards my happiness of the 10 of Cups, whether it's I've already found new love, or I'm dating someone new that I really enjoy. I want nothing to do with you because I do feel like this person is coming kind of like out of the blue because they want you to fix this with them. But I feel like they haven't been really on your side in a long time. For those of you who've already found your happiness, you have new love coming in and it's not them. Okay. Why do I say that? Because you also have the Queen of Cups, which is new love. And sitting next to the Hierophant. So it's saying you already have new love coming in or you already found new love. Okay, it might even be just I already found self-love enough not to put up with your shit. So take that how it is. It could even be this newfound self-love of I know what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take because I have this confidence to keep myself into this place where I need to be. And I'm not going to allow myself to sit in limbo over here with you about where it is I need to trust, who I need to trust, where I need to go. Can I trust you? So it does feel like it's all over. Okay. It feels like that's done. Right. Ooh. So some of you, like I said, you have a new love coming in. Yeah. Best message, please, for Aries, Taurus. Yeah. You got, some of you got new love. Let's look at the love cards. Reworking on certain situations. For some of you have this new romantic partner, a new twin flame, a new soulmate that's coming in for the anticipations, allowing yourself to anticipate. Go ahead and anticipate this new arrival of this new love, my friends. Enjoy it. Enjoy the understanding of this love that's coming towards you. Okay? Yep. For some of you, you're going to keep it secret. For some of you, you already have a secret love that you keep a secret to yourself. You're already happy within your 10 of Cups, and you don't want anybody to ruin anything, so I keep it to myself. I keep my person on the down low because I don't want this person to get interfering. I don't want them interfering in my love life, so I'm not going to even let them know I have one. Now, that's very interesting on this situation because this person does seem to be a little emotionally hot-headed. This person seems to be upside down, all over the place, and very toxic. So it probably is a good idea for a lot of you that if you did say, I keep my soulmate, I keep my love in a safe zone of out of eye view, out of mouth. I don't talk about this person. I love this person. I don't let them into my, you see what I'm saying? I don't let anybody into my love life. I think that's beautiful because you're keeping them safe. You're keeping this relationship safe from this toxic person. I just feel because you know this person will ruin your relationship. So for those of you who say, yeah, I do have a secret love, that is great because you find the sacredness within this situation. And believe you, in me, those of you who this new person's coming through, you're probably going to want to feel that way because you're going to say, you know what, I don't have this person yet, but boy, I don't know, guys. I just feel like when this person comes, you're going to put them in a little bubble away from this person. It almost feels kind of mandatory in some ways. You're Aries, Taurus, you're very protective love. You protect what's yours. You're very loyal. You're very loving. So I do feel like you will put this relationship into this kind of bubble to embark on keeping this safe from anything that's haphazardous to ruin this connection. Because I'm sorry, I just feel like this person can even be a very jealous person and just come through and just try to destroy anything that they don't like. Okay, so yeah. Very selfish. But we see that here as them being a very selfish person. What is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, my friends? If they're nurturing and they're beautiful, then what do you think they are when they're this way? They're jealous. They're smothering. They're, right? Hell-bent on hurting you. And that's, you could have a Capricorn or a heavy Capricorn in the chart. Hell-bent on getting what they want. That's crazy. You have Capricorn. So some of you could be definitely dealing with a Capricorn. Have Capricorn in both areas here. But of course, more than anything, it's just saying, this is where my jealousy is. This is where I want my self-centeredness to be. It's all about myself. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, very selfish. Okay. Okay, guys, let's look at a little bit of money over here and then we'll get out. Okay, and we'll get out of here and get ready for those other readings coming up. Okay, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Let's see, you got luck on your side, yeah. The actions you take now will lead to abundant success and prosperity. Believing in your own luck can help you cultivate an abundance mindset. Your perspective might be holding you back from growth and luck, so be careful what your perspective is, okay? I love how these cards are because they give that positive piece to it, and then it gives you this kind of, well, we'd say negative if it's not positive. Even though I don't feel it's negative, I feel like it's just, you know what, this is what it needs to be. It's that, you know what, always make sure that you're looking at something from a different perspective. Don't always just see it from one side. Try to be lenient in trying to look at it from different perspectives. Right, because sometimes perspective is only hindsight's 20/20, right? So you could see it from one set. Okay, so if you are really having some issues with certain situations when it comes to money and career, go ahead and do your pros and cons, right? Write them down, because like I said, you might only be seeing it from one way when there could be something fabulous looking at you in the other direction. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.